in the world, B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it with another post-fight review. This is the fight that happened over there in Sydney, Australia. I woke up early this morning, about shit like 6 o'clock this morning Eastern Standard Time, to catch this fight for um, Tim Tszyu. I was a big Kostya Tszyu fan. Obviously, I'm going to watch his son with a close, keen eye as far as his trajectory in his career, and he fights this guy Takeshi Inoue. I believe might be related to Naoya Inoue. I'm not too sure, but he fights him out there in Sydney, Australia, with over 10,000 fans on a weeknight. What an accomplishment! Over 10,000 fans in the stadium on a weeknight. I believe today is what, Wednesday. Must be like Wednesday night over there. With Takashi Inoue, man, the guy's a tough, rough, and rugged competitor, but the man, Kostya Tszyu's son, had his way in there, every single round, in my opinion. He was breaking him down with the jab, walking up on him, wasn't fearing any resistance as far as what the man Takashi Inoue was throwing right back at him. Now, Inoue is a tough, rough, and rugged competitor. He was landing some overhand rights early in there, but the man Kostya Tszyu caught a few on the chin. Excuse me, Tim Tszyu, but he also rode a lot of them. Parried a lot of punches through his jab, through his shoe shine combinations. And that was quite the difference to me, He would throw combinations, punches, and bunches, and when they do land, he's picking up points while the man Inoue is struggling to even land any shot. And if he does land, it's one at a time. And the man Kostya Tszyu, he hit him with everything and the kitchen sink every single round. This guy wouldn't go nowhere, you know what I mean? Taking body shots, and you could see the man Takashi Inoue. These Japanese fellas are real warriors, man. From every single division they compete in, they're not going to lay down. They're not just going to come for a payday. They come there expecting to win by any means necessary, by hook or by crook. They try to get the W. But anyway, just didn't have there's levels to this. Kostya Tszyu's son is the mandatory for the WBO strap, and he treated Inoue as such, as just a guy in his way trying to get to the world title shot. And he broke him down to the bone gristle from every single round, from the body shots, the 1-2, but most importantly, the combination punching and swerving a lot of Inoue's overhand rights. Inoue doesn't really quite have he doesn't depend on the jab so much. He's depending on power shots. And that played into the man Kostya Tszyu's game plan. Kostya Tszyu's, he battered this guy, and the guy wouldn't go nowhere. But in the 12th round, he finally put this guy on the canvas. I mean, at least from what I've seen, I watched it on a Russian broadcast, you know what I mean? But in the 12th round, the man threw a wild right hook. Anyway, the man, Kostya Tszyu's son, went under it, and then he parried it and counterpunched with a nice right hook, you know what I mean? A right hook of his own, kind of like, almost like a cuffing shot that landed right on the man Inoue's face, but I don't think Inoue was like severely hurt. He was just off balance, and he finally went down. You know what I mean? And that was a 10-8 round in the 12th round. I had this fight a whitewash, y'all. Every single round I gave it to Kostya Tszyu's son, Tim Tszyu. He looked incredible in there as far as, not giving up rounds and taking not so much punishment, but taking some good shots. But, just it's part of the game, when you run in the rain, you're going to get wet, you know what I mean? When you swim, you're going to get wet. And that's exactly what happened with both fighters. Unfortunately for Takeshi Inoue, he just wasn't on Tim Tszyu's level. Now, this is a good W for the Australian man. I believe he improved to 15-0 now. And he's ready for a world title shot. He is the mandatory for Brian Castano's WBO title at 154. Now, if Brian Castano knows that the money is over there in Australia, there should be no other place on planet Earth. He should want to fight the man Tim Tszyu besides Australia, unless he feels he can't win the fight at all. Then he might be reluctant to go there. But Tim Tszyu's built himself a big fan base over there in Australia. And he's beating decent guys up, you know what I mean? I personally would like to see the undisputed fight between Castano and Jamal Charlo ran back because I thought Castano won that fight. It was quite clear. I had him winning that fight like 8 rounds to 4. It was a disgusting decision and robbery, in my opinion. That's prolonging um, Kostya's ascension into world class stage of boxing. You know what I mean? He's ready for a world title shot, but we shall see if he'll get it next or whether he'll have to fight another guy in order to keep his mandatory status, or will he get a shot at Castano next, or will he wait for Castano and Jamal Charlo to get it on in a rematch for the undisputed fight so he can get the winner and possibly take all belts off whomever wins that fight. We shall see. Time will tell. But good victory for the man, Kostya Tszyu's son, Tim Tszyu. Be Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you thought about this fight and let me know how you guys scored this fight. I had this fight a whitewash. And please, if you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe and hit the thumbs up on your way in and on your way out, just for common courtesy. B Marsh Boxing got up early this morning, boxing fanatic, and I'll cover and watch all fights. You heard? I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please leave a thumbs up.